Hey guys, welcome back for another video. So today's videos are going to be about this TP bunker base tutorial. I posted a YouTube short, just kind of showcasing it a little bit, and then I told you guys to let me know if you want me to build it, and I've gotten some feedback, so here it is. So as it stands right now, you can see the cost there on the right. This is it fully built with everything in it. Obviously, you can rearrange boxes how you see fit. But basically, here, give you a little tour, and then I'll show you how our layout, So garage door, ladder hatch. Come down here. Garage doors. Obviously, you can do double doors until you can afford garage doors or until you can research them, right? 6 boxes up here, some furnaces, some small boxes behind. Here's your bunker, all right? Raiders, once they get down to this level, they're going to have to boom through that tile to get into your main base. So I'll just clip through. So now you're in here. I need a tool. I'll just destroy it. So once you're in here, this is how your bunker seals normally, just as if it's a foundation bunker base. And while I'm building it, I'll show you how that works. And then garage doors everywhere. Right, every single one of these triangles, you can put a garage door. But I'll just open everything up so you can see what I'm talking about here. Okay, so then this is your main floor. Walls in between every storage space, just so if people are raiding in, they only get one part. You know, it's kind of how you honeycomb a base that you can't honeycomb exactly. Yeah. So, but it gives you everything you need. I did switch this around. So in the short, I had the TC right here on one of the squares, with behind a strengthened glass window. Now, the window is the same raid cost as a garage door. Unless you go reinforced, then it adds a rocket to the raid cost. But I decided to put it over here because if they come through doors, right, and then they go through here, that puts them in this middle part. And they can break that twig or whatever. But then they have to choose. They can pick through this way, they can pick through that way, or they can go out. So I would recommend actually moving the TC opposite side of whatever opening you have. And then they have to go through extra garage doors. So now, when they come down, this is their view, right? And garage doors more and more. So then they have to pick which way to go to get your TC. Either way, it just makes it extremely expensive, especially if they get it wrong. But no matter what, if they pick the right tile, then that's stone. Yeah, stone roof tile is 4 rockets and 2 C4. And then for metal, it's 8 rockets, 4 C4. And then once you get it to armored, it's 15 rockets, 8 C4. So obviously armored is going to be better, but if you armored this one tile, then it's going to be obvious where your TC is. Also, they might be listening for your code locks if you have code locks. So, you know, just be aware of what's going on around you and how you can prevent people from targeting your TC. I haven't experimented with putting externals on this thing and kind of surrounding it in walls. I think that would look pretty cool. And it'll keep them from griefing your base if they do get TC. Because they could boom through TC, take out your TC, and then none of your traps work, nothing works for you. So, I don't know, play around with it. You know, obviously this is just how I laid it out, but if you feel like something could be done better, then, you know, do it your own way and, you know. All right, so let's get in on how to build this thing. All right, so starting off, one triangle, right? And then off of each face of that triangle, you're going to do squares, and then another square foundation. Not a box. Not a box, no. So another square foundation. And then you're going to have this layout right here, right? And then everything in the middle is going to be triangle foundations. All right. All right, so now you have something that looks like that. right? And then you can start putting your roof tiles. So on every triangle, you're going to need to put a triangle. Yeah, self-explanatory. Kind of makes sense, right? Or you can put it in the middle of the base like that for no reason whatsoever. All right, now we're in here. You're going to take these door frames and go pretty much all the way around, right? Now, these door frames are very important. You can't do this without them because one, it helps you have more storage space so you can put all your garage doors down. But these door frames are actually what the roof tiles mount onto, right? So get all those down, and then you can start putting your extra row. Actually, way easier to do this like that. Okay. All right, so this is your view. All right, I'm gonna just put my TC right. Oh, okay. Do not put door frames like this. All right, you don't want to do that because your bunker won't work this way. Now, if you don't want to do a bunker and you want to put a hatch right here and just go up and have 3 garage doors, make them choose, you know, that's fine. Go ahead. You know, you can do that. It's, you know, that's also very secure. But if you want the bunker to work, you have to place your door frames like this, okay? Going from the outside in, and this gives you more slots for doors. All right, so it's gonna look like this, right? Nothing coming like across. So then do your floor tiles just as you would. Come on. Okay, and then slap down your frame for that. Okay. Now, since there's no frames technically going across these doorways, then you can put walls down. All right, so you're gonna do your walls. Okay, and then do walls on top. All right, now you're gonna demolish the bottom layer, okay? And then that gives you this kind of chimney effect, right? Like, so the way this bunker works is you come in here from any angle, right? It doesn't matter. So we'll do opposite of TC. So you're gonna do it'll be twig, okay? It'll twig, and then now since this triangle is only attaching to this, right? Once you have a tile that connects to more than one wall surface, then the bunker doesn't work, right? So if I had 2 here, and then I placed, and I tried to do this, and I only had 1 twig and 1 upgraded to stone, then, you know, it wouldn't work. It's connecting to 1. So once the triangle has 2 connections, then it won't break. But when you put this down, it connects to the lower half wall because it can't connect in the middle, right? So as soon as you destroy that, it destroys your roof tile, which floor tile, I guess. But so now you can come up here and continue your building process. You know, do stuff like this and put your furnaces down, put your doors down up here, your double doors, whatever you want to start with, and then your hatches. So as far as jump ups, until you can get ladder hatch, you can use a ladder and then just use your hammer to take down the ladder before you seal your bunker. That's fine too. We can try a furnace just to see, you know, what that looks like, because you can also pick up your furnace. Yeah, furnace will work. So, you know, if you're having troubles, you know, getting out of this before having the BPs you need, then, you know, just play around with your deployables and then try and figure out what works best. All right, so moving on to box placement. If anywhere there's a square, right, you can put your walls this way. To get square and 2 triangles, you can fit 3 loot boxes per room if you do it this way. And then you obviously have a square on each 3 sides of your center triangle. These you can do half, you know. They do poke through a little bit. These don't poke through at all. But these will poke through, you know, just a little bit. But it is what it is. Yeah. So let's actually move this wall like that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, see? There we go. Yeah, yeah. Now, if you end up with one of your squares where you have a wall like this, right? You can still fit 3 boxes in here. So basically, do this box diagonal like that, and then there you go. Now, with the TC, I tried. You have to do it this way, unfortunately, where your walls are facing the same direction, right? So I wanted to square this off to where the TC's triangle was completely, you know, like I wanted to put a wall here, which you can. That's all. It's good, right? This wall needs to be rotated, strong side out. But when you do this, for some reason, it does that. So can't quite completely, you know, honeycomb off your TC. Yeah, so you just gotta do one wall that way, one wall that way. It's gonna take up 2 triangles, but it's fine. You could place down some extra, you know, hidden away little boxes if you want for your sulfur or whatever you want to put in there, extra upkeep. It's not much of a heartbreaker because even if you did get this down, right, to where it's in its own little triangle, that one roof tile is still the same cost as a single wall. So all they would need to do is go through that tile and then they're in. Yeah, so you know, it is what it is, but like I said, play around with it, find what you're comfortable with. Yeah, so this is kind of the basics of the build. You know, everything else is completely up to you on how you want to do your layout, what you want to do up here, and you know, where you want to put your walls. If you want to do extra honeycombing and stuff, then you can. You know, I try not to overcomplicate it, you know, and most of the time when we're doing wipes, we live out of the most random base, but the random bases are the hardest to raid, in my opinion, just because it keeps them guessing on which way to go, and then they end up wasting a lot of boom just trying to find, you know, the good loot. Here, I'll show you the upkeep over here. So your upkeep looks like 3k wood and 1200 metal frags, which, you know, really isn't that bad, but once you start upgrading all this to sheet, which I would recommend, you know, just it just makes the raid cost more and more the more you upgrade, obviously. But this is a good start, you know, especially if you're solo and stuff like that. It's not too hard of an upkeep to go farm up all day, and you know. But you know, this is basically it. As far as raiding, it would cost the raiders 17 rockets and 10 C4 if they were to go through doors. If they pick the right roof tile, then it's 4 rockets and 2 C4. So you got to keep them guessing. You know, it is a risk, and this is why I don't really like these kinds of bases, and I decided to, you know, try and figure one out that is a little bit stronger. So maybe they're deceived a little, you know, maybe they spend the extra money, you know, the extra rockets going through doors because they think it's all just going to be open inside, like most people build their their TPs. But yeah, no, if they go through the wall, it's definitely the cheapest, but they would have to guess which wall to go through, and since it's completely symmetrical, then, you know, good luck. But yeah, this is my first tutorial, so it was kind of a little clunky for me because I don't really do tutorials, nor am I very good at describing what's going on in my head. Not very good at commentating and stuff like that. So, you know, let me know what you think, and I'll get better with it over time, though. All right, well, I appreciate you stopping by, and have a good day.